Have you ever had people saying they are doing research or they are conducting research, and you ask them, what do you mean? And maybe you thought to yourself, well, are they just Googling? And maybe you thought to yourself that research is just for professors, it's for people doing their PhDs, it's for scientists. Well, not exactly. And that's what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm going to take you through what research is, what really research is, and in the most simplest way. Whether you're a student, you are a working professional, you are a teacher, you are an entrepreneur, or even a content creator, or just someone who really wants to understand the world better, then this video is exactly for you. It's just for you. So by the end of the lesson or the video, you will actually understand what research really is, why do people do research, and also maybe difference between researching and also searching, and how research applies in our everyday lives. So we're going to try to get to that. Greetings everyone. I am Dr. Loquitur Maka, and welcome back to our space of making education matter. On this channel we talk about education. I do lessons on high school content, agricultural sciences, as well as natural sciences. We talk about research. So if you are in higher education and you have just started your honors, you have started your master's or even PhD, then this platform is for you. If you are someone who is also in high school, you are building your career, or simply passionate about learning and also growing, personal growth, this is for you. You are in the right space. And yeah, let's get to it. So let's start simple, guys. Research, like, what is research? If you are asked what is research, so research is a structured process of finding answers to questions. That's it, as simple as it is. So at its core, it begins with curiosity. So you notice a problem, and then you ask a question, and then you try to understand this a factor or whatever it is, like something that you are trying to research on better. So you try to gather evidence, you try to find answers. So it basically starts with you asking the relevant question. That's it. It's asking meaningful questions, it's gathering evidence, it's analyzing information, it's using evidence to reach to the conclusion. So imagine your phone battery suddenly dies or drains very fast, right? So a normal search would be, okay, why is my battery dying, right? But research would be, okay, now you notice these patterns. Then you start comparing the gaps. You also test what actually drains which app actually drains my battery so fast. What are the changes in my battery usage? What is it that I have done differently? How long have I had this phone? What kind of updates do I have? What notifications? What is it that runs in the background that I didn't notice? And all of that. So you start asking questions, you start digging deeper before you actually reach to your conclusion. You get evidence over time, and then before you can actually conclude on what the problem is. Now that is research. So that process on its own is actually research. So one of the misconceptions, one of the biggest misconceptions is that research only happens in universities. No, research is everywhere. A teacher does research when they test better ways of teaching their learners. For example, a business owner does research when they study customer behavior, right, before they actually launch a new product. A doctor will do research when they investigate treatment outcomes, like certain treatment outcomes. A content creator will do research when they analyze their audience interests as well as the trends. And even a parent will do a research before they actually enroll their kids to a particular school. So you see, research does not only happen in university. So almost everyone at some point has done research in their lives. Research is actually part of decision making, and good decisions usually come from good research. So now someone is probably asking, I mentioned earlier, what is then the difference between searching and researching? Like, what is the difference? Dr. Maka, what is the difference? Because many people get confused, or will confuse rather, searching with researching. So searching is finding information, and researching is investigating the question systematically. So, for example, what can happen is I will want to go to Google and I will want to search about climate change. What is climate change? Now that is searching. What is climate change? But if from this question that I have, I compare scientific studies, start comparing scientific studies. If now I start analyzing temperature patterns, if now I start analyzing the temperature data over years, if now I investigate what causes climate change, examine different impacts in different countries, and also form evidence-based conclusion. Now, that becomes research. So, simple formula, you may want to think of this as searching is equal to information, right? But research is equal to question, evidence, analysis, as well as conclusion. So research is equal to question plus evidence plus analysis plus conclusion, or your answer rather. All right. So research requires you to think. It's not just collecting, guys. It requires you to plan. It requires you to critically think and analyze. What is it in front of you? What are the gaps? So that on its own requires thinking. Guys, every strong research project starts with a strong question. Let's say you want to study something in education. You won't just say, I want to study education. That is too broad. What exactly are you studying in education? So a better research question would be, or a good research question would be, how does online learning affect student motivation in rural universities, for example? You notice the difference there. So research becomes powerful when the question is clear, when the question is specific, when the question is answerable, it's measurable. So you need to be able to answer this research question. And guys, research is less about knowing everything. It's more about observing carefully. It's more about thinking critically. It's about asking better questions. Sometimes the best research begins with why, how, what happens if, what is causing of this problem. That becomes the best research. So you need to understand that you are not here knowing everything. It's less about that. We don't want someone who knows everything here, but we want someone who can back up their answers by evidence. And also the questions themselves that they are asking. These questions need to be framed properly. Must not be too broad. You need to be sure of exactly what is it that I want to know. What is it that I want to find out? Now, let's simplify major types of research. We have quantitative research, we have qualitative research, and we also have mixed methods research. So quantitative research focuses on numbers, it focuses on statistics, it focuses on measurements, on trends. So for example, you will survey 1,000 students about online learning satisfaction, for example. So this type of research, or this method, actually asks how many, how often, and also what is the percentage of this. But when it comes to qualitative research will focus on experiences, it focuses on opinions, it focuses on meanings, it focuses on stories. So for example, here you will want to interview students about how online learning affects their motivation. So still, you are asking there why. You are asking how. You are asking how was the experience like. But at the same time, we have another major one, the mixed methods. Now with mixed methods combines both numbers and human experiences. Because sometimes data alone, guys, is not enough. But at the same time, stories alone are not enough either. See? They complement each other. So sometimes you want to use that type of a research method. Guys, not all research is good research. A good research is clear. People should understand the question. Good research is honest. There shouldn't be any manipulation of the results. Good research is evidence-based. So the claims must be supported. Good research is systematic. Like there must be a process that is followed. And also good research is ethical. You need to make sure that your participants are protected, guys. They are respected and they are protected. So research is not about proving that you are right. Oh, no, not at all. It's not about proving that you are right, but it's about discovering what is true. It's about discovering what is true. And sometimes, guys, research proves that your idea is wrong. It does. If this has ever happened to you, let me know on the comment section. And that is the beauty of research. Now, that is valuable on its own. So you're not trying to prove that what you know is correct, or you know everything, or you are always right. No, sometimes you state a hypothesis or ask a research question thinking that what you are trying to prove on your aim is really the case and the findings prove otherwise. Now, that is the beauty of research. So you must not be frustrated when that happens. It's not your fault. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing the research if that was the case. So that's why we are doing research. A lot of people think, well, I'm not smart enough to conduct research. I'm not smart enough for research. That is not true, guys. That is not true. Research is a skill. And like any skill, it gets better with practice. It improves with practice. It gets better with reading, with observation, with curiosity. You do not need to know everything before starting. So most researchers also begin with uncertainty. But at the end of the day, guys, the goal is to investigate carefully. So before we wrap this up, let's just answer this again. Let's do a recap. What is research really? I said research is asking questions. Research is investigating carefully. Research is analyzing your evidence. Research is learning about something meaningfully. It's not just Google, guys. It's not just Googling. It's not just reading articles. It's definitely not only for academics, yes, and it's just a way of understanding the world better. And once again, if you have enjoyed this video, please like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and also please do comment on the section below, in the comment section below. Please comment on what topic would you like me to do next when it comes to research. Otherwise, love and light. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye.